Hello everyone, I am Johnson. Today, let's learn how to create a two-column layout. A common two-column layout used in web design is the sidebar content layout. In this layout, the main content of the web page is placed in one column, often referred to as the content column, while a secondary column, known as the sidebar, is used to display additional information, navigation menus, or related content. The content column typically occupies a larger portion of the screen width and is the primary focus of the page. It is where the main text, images, and other media are displayed. The sidebar, on the other hand, is narrower and positioned alongside the content column. It can contain elements such as a search bar, navigation links, social media icons, advertisements, or any other relevant information. Let's take a look at the layout of the prototype we're going to create. You can see that the left side contains a sidebar, forming a two-column layout with the content section. We will position the sidebar in the top left corner of the screen, and its position will remain fixed regardless of its content scrolling. The content section in the middle will have a fixed width. You can create a fluid width layout if you prefer. We will position the content section in the center of the screen. If the screen size is small and the sidebar touches the content section will move to the right of the sidebar. Next, let's create the prototype. First, we import the prototype we created in the previous lesson. We only need to import the prototypes that have been created as components. Select all the components. Then, drag in a top navigation bar. Next, drag in a dynamic panel to create the side navigation. Place it at the bottom and name it left navigation bar. Then, drag in another dynamic panel to create the content section. Place it at the bottom and name it contents. Drag in a heading and change the text to pages. Drag in a rectangle to create navigation item. Adjust its style and enter the text fruits. Duplicate the item twice. Change the text to vegetables and beefs. Continue duplicating the items until they exceed the height of the screen. Set the selected style effects for them. Change the background color to blue and the text color to white. Set their selection group to 1 and set the first item as selected. Enter the Contents dynamic panel. Drag in a hotspot for spacing. Then, drag in the components created in the previous lesson. Duplicate a hotspot and place it on the right for spacing. Set the left navigation bar to be vertically scrollable. Next, let's set up the interactions. Add a page resized interaction to the page. This interaction includes loaded and the interaction when the page size changes. We need to set the height of the left navigation bar to window.height. Then, we need to move the Contents Dynamic panel to the horizontally centered position on the page, which means setting the x-coordinate to window.width minus target.width/2. Next, we need to set the scenario when the page size becomes smaller and the left navigation bar touches the Contents section. Select the Contents panel. Add a moved interaction. Add a condition and select Area of Widget and left navigation bar. Move this to the right of the left navigation bar. Then, we will fix the left navigation bar to the left side of the screen. Add a window scrolled interaction. Move the x-coordinate of the left navigation bar to window.scrollY. Select the Contents Dynamic panel. Check Fit to Content. Drag a hotspot to the bottom of the panel. Preview the prototype. You can see that the Content section is in the center of the screen and can be scrolled up and down. The left navigation bar can also be scrolled up and down. When we drag the left panel, we can see that the Content section always stays to the right of the left navigation bar. When the left panel is closed, the Content section is in the center of the screen. If you like my video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel.